Alright folks, here's our lesson on 8.4 vectors. Our goals for this unit are to graph vectors, add and subtract vectors, and find a scalar product and magnitude of vector. We also want to find the unit vector, which we will need to use the magnitude for. And lastly, we're going to find a vector given direction and magnitude, which is actually going to be somewhat similar to our polar complex from last half of the chapter, with a more vector approach to it. Okay, so to graph vectors, fairly straightforward. They start with a tail and an ending point. So if I draw, if I pick my pen here and I draw, start here, go out 3, up 2. So this vector is going to go up 2 and out 3. We have the tip and the tail. Okay? Alright, so we have the tip and the tail of the vector. Let's erase that stuff, get it out of our way. We'll call this vector v. Tend to use v and w a lot, so I'm sure you'll see that. So let's say w goes down 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a big 4, but sorry. Anyway, and w is right there. Alright, so normally when there's no numbers or anything, you would be given these pictures and you would be able to see it. So you'd be able to tell what's going on beforehand. Okay, I added those in as we went, but your book would give them to you. Now let's say I wanted to graph v plus w. Alright, so if I'm going to graph v plus w, I'm going to take w here, which goes down 4, down 4, and to the right 1, and I'm going to rewrite it so that its tail, I'm going to do this in red, so that its tail starts at the tip of v and does the exact same thing. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to go to the right 1. So this red vector here is w, and then the resulting vector from those two, okay, the resulting vector from those two starts at the origin, goes out to that new tip of w, and so the green vector there creates v plus w. Okay? Alright, so now if we wanted to, say, do this for the opposite, for v minus w, so I would need to draw negative w. And what that means is that you're going to go, instead of going down 4 and right 1, what we're going to do is we're going to go up 4 and to the left 1. Okay? So this represents negative w. It's in the exact opposite direction. Alright, but the exact same length and sort of angle, if you will. Reference angle, if you want to talk of it that way. Alright, and then we need to just basically add negative w to v. So I'm going to start again, maybe I'll do this in a different color now, I'll do it in blue. I'm going to start at the tip of v, and now I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, pardon me for going in, and 1 to the left. Okay, sorry. And we draw. Okay, so that's negative w redrawn at the tip, from the tip of v. And again, we pick a resulting vector. We'll do this one in orange. And it starts at the origin and goes up there. Alright, so this would be v minus w. Alright. Okay, so that's graphing, sort of adding vectors, graphing vectors. If I wanted to, say, do graph 2 times v, I basically start at the tip of v and I go out the same number, 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2. We basically just double the length of V. Sorry, my notches were probably not right on. But there we go. So now we have 2V. Alright? Alright, so now when we want to write in position vector form, position vector form starts with strange parentheses, sort of chevron shaped, angle looking shaped parentheses. And it's going to look like an XY coordinate. And in you know, structurally it is, but what it really represents are the X and Y components of your vector. Okay? And if you think of it like your slope, okay, this is a formula you'd need to know. So if I write this out with some space here, space comma space, we're going to take x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1. Alright? We always do the endpoint, which would be point 2, minus the starting point. Starting is your tail, ending point's your tip. Alright, so if V is said to start at -1, 2, and finish at 4, 6, then -1, 2 is our starting and 4, 6 is our ending. So to do this, I go, alright, 4 minus -1 and 6 minus 2. Okay, so we end up with 5, comma, 4. So if I were to draw this, I would start at -1, 2, and I'd go to 4, comma 6. Put the points, okay, and that would represent V. All right. So this is called position vector form.